Welcome back to the channel. I'm Nick, and in today's video, we're going to show you how to make some simple and awesome shutters to go around the windows of your home. Let's get after it. We're gonna make some simple board and batten style shutters, and all you're gonna need is a stack of lumber. Here we're using 1x4s. You're also gonna need some basic woodworking tools like a miter saw, a handheld router, and a power drill, and some basic woodworking skills. Okay, the first thing we're doing is measuring our boards for our heights. Ours happen to be 35.5. So we're gonna measure a bunch of these up. We're doing 4 windows. So we're gonna have to have 3 boards for each side of the window. Multiply that by 5 windows, and that is 6 times 5 is 35.
Stop it. Get some help.
We're gonna go ahead and measure this, cut them all, and I'll show you what to do after that. All right, we got all of our boards cut to length. We've got enough here for 4 35.5-inch shutters. So it takes 6 boards per shutter, or actually it takes 3 boards per shutter and 6 boards per set. So that's 4 windows, and then we've got a taller window here that's 59.5 inches. What we're gonna do next is take a router, and we're gonna do an 1/8 inch round over on all of these edges. We're gonna dig out the router and start doing that. Okay, so we're here routering these edges. If you don't have a router, we're using this cordless Ryobi here. You could just take and sand all these edges round over if you want, or you can leave them square, you know, that's up to you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I think these are gonna look best with these routered edges. A little bit of a slow, tedious process, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end. Key when you're routering is to get your depth set on your bit to where it's not going to leave a lip on this top edge. Basically, you want the very top of this round over sitting right flush with the top edge of the board. And then make sure as you're going, you're keeping this plate flat against your material you're cutting. We're going to get the rest of these done. Getting ready to assemble our shutters here. Basically what we've got is a positive stop here so we can get the tops all level. They're already all cut to the same length. We've decided to gap these a little bit. Here I'm just using 3/16 tile spacers. If you don't have that, you could use carpenter's pencil, some screws, toothpick, your finger. Just if you want a gap, you know, find something consistent gap and put them all in there. So basically what we're doing is setting it all out, gapping it, and then we're taking our measurement from edge to edge, but we're not measuring from the very edge because we do have this 1/8 inch round over. So basically we're taking our measurement from the top of that round over to the top of the other round over. And for us, that's coming to about 10 5/8. We're using some good 1¼ inch so they don't poke out the bottom. Exterior screws, Power Pro 1 multi-material. You want to make sure you use exterior screws. If not, your screws will rust and you'll start getting rust streaks down your material. So here's one finished. We're doing 2 screws through every board through the front. I was going to screw them through the back, but I don't know, I decided it'd be easier to get everything lined up and pre-drilled if we drilled them through the front. And it's going to be painted anyway, so you're not going to really be able to see these screws. We pre-drilled each hole because you don't want the board splitting out, especially right here on the ends. If you don't pre-drill that, it'll crack and separate this board and you'll be cutting a new one. So we're pre-drilling holes, screwing in our 1¼ exterior screws, and that's pretty much it. We're going to bang the rest of these out, and once we're done with that, we'll get ready to prime and paint them.
Nope.
All right, last thing we're doing is going around and routing the edges of these boards that we put on. Shutters are all put together, they're routed on the edges, we've blown them off and got all the sawdust off of them. You can see here we're using the same technique we used on those cabinet doors. We just put 2 screws in the top of each one and hung it off of our wire. Sprayer's been primed, the hose is primed, it's ready to go. Koty's a spray man today. Hit it. Okay, we've got all of our shutters primed. They've been drying for almost 24 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and get the sprayer ready to put some black paint on. We're gonna get these painted. All right, paint's on. We're gonna let that dry up for a little while, come back and do a spot check on it, put a second coat if we need, sand off any drips or oversprays. Then once that's done, we'll take the 2 screws out of the top and go get ready to hang them at the house. I think y'all are gonna really love this. Y'all stick around for the montage at the end, the before and after shots, and this is gonna look really impressive.